The Champions League night delivered, and it delivered in favor of we, the Bayern Munich fans, right? We, the dearly beloved Bayern Munich fans. And we got a favorable scoreline, or should I say, a huge result heading into the second leg that will be played at the Allianz Arena, right? Harry Kane got a goal, Luis Diaz got a goal, Ulisse was superb, and you talk about some couple of misses from both sides, and we talk about some player performances, as well as Arsenal getting a one goal lead at Sporting CP's home, right? Let's get into it. Firstly, this is a very huge result for Bayern Munich, right? Jokes aside, Bayern Munich really played well, right? Even though the second half, especially when Jude Bellingham came on the pitch, Real Madrid turned everything around, which they were the much better team until the 90 minutes ended, right? But with that, this is the first time I've seen Mbappe, Bellingham, and Vinicius play together and actual function, right? Right? It functioned very well, and I was very surprised, to be honest, because there is no way, or there is no humanly possibility way that these trio should be working together, because this will be evil, right? You can't Everybody cannot stop them, because the unstoppable runs from Bellingham and the finishing of Mapi, and the magic of Vinicius. Football can stop this, right? This will be like a terrorist attack, because today I saw the likes of Mapi defending. It's like I was really shocked, right? I saw the likes of Mapi defending for Real Madrid, and I was like, "Eh." Even at one point I saw Mapi close to Mikel Olise. Should I say close to Carreras? Mapi was defending. Wow, this is the Champions League night for you. And today, let's get into the player performances, right? Thibaut, what's it called? Andre Lenin was very good, right? Despite conceding those two goals, and Manuel Neuer, wow, made 9 crucial saves, and I felt Mbappe should have scored at least 2 goals or 3 goals if it was any other goalkeeper, right? And Manuel Neuer showed class, showed why he is Manuel Neuer, and showed why he was deserved to start this match. And he's the one who will be starting the next leg, right? I think they should be resting him for the league. He shouldn't be uh, playing at the league. Maybe he might end up getting an injury or something like that. We need him for the second leg, right? Just to stop Real Madrid, because Real Madrid are just one demonic team when it comes to Champions League. They don't care about whoever you are or whatever you are. Once it's the Champions League night, Real Madrid is Real Madrid, and there is no other team that can chat to them. That's why they are the European champions. That's why they are having the 15 Champions Leagues, right? And I'm not saying this to praise them as a Barcelona fans. As a Barcelona fan, that's just the facts, right? And let's get to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Today, Arnold was very decent today, right? And even one time, Luis Diaz tried to dribble him. The way he got the ball from Luis Diaz, I was very amazed by that performance from Trent Alexander-Arnold. And that setup for Mapi was very brilliant, right? It was a low driven, should I say, shot or pass, because there was very power. There was enough power for the ball to get to Mapi, and I didn't like how Upamecano defended it. Right? Maybe he could have done that, but I didn't like it personally. And Rudiger and Dinhausen was okay. He was bad because he was playing against a striker like uh, Harry Kane, right? Harry Kane is just something else, man. and Rudiger was okay today in this game. He was, and Carreras, hey, Sefa score are giving him a 7.3 rating. Really, the Carreras really did that much in this game because today Michael Olise had a night to remember, right? He had a very very good game, especially in the first half. And speaking of Mikel Olise, he and today Mikel Olise was the smartest player on the pitch, if you like it or yes. He was the smartest player on the pitch because his decision making, his runs, it's like everything about him was spot on. The first few minutes he was very shaky. After that first few minutes to the end of the first half, he was superb in that game, right? And his corners was very very dangerous. And talking about the corners, Bayern Munich corners is very very scary. Forget about Arsenal because anytime they played that corner today, it felt like they were going to get a goal from it. Unfortunately, they couldn't get a goal from that, right? And Joshua Kimmich is a very very good set piece taker as well. And not not even talk about Mbappe today. Mbappe was very very good. It's like today I saw a hungry Mbappe. He was fighting for every single thing, right? Mbappe was chasing balls. Mbappe was defending. At one point I was even puzzled that Mbappe made a slight tackle to win a ball. It's like you can't really wrap your head around it, right? Because Mbappe is not that guy. He even admitted it just few days before that. He's not that guy who is willing to defend or who wants to defend because he's the striker. Of course, that's understandable. But today, Mbappe was just a different beast, right? And the likes of Thiago Pitach tried, and Ada Goulet also. They tried, but this wasn't just their game, right? There is vast difference between Manchester City and Bayern Munich, right? So Thiago Pitach, he wanted to play like he was very very good today, right? He was very very good today. But this is Champions League night. This is the quarters, right? Heading to the semis. There is no child's play here, right? So I think this was just not your level. So it made sense that Abeloa made the right substitution at the right time in the game, right? Even though Real Madrid couldn't equalize from his substitution, but at least they got a goal after Bellingham was substituted on. And speaking about Bellingham, today Bellingham was very 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 good, right? When he came into the second half, everything suddenly changed, right? The game turned its head around against Bayern, and all of a sudden, Real Madrid were the much better side. And that was when Real Madrid started putting pressure on Bayern Munich because that was the time they got that 8 chances, right? That 8 shot on targets, which Manuel Neuer somehow saved it. Because today, if it was any other goalkeeper, Bayern Munich would have lost by at least 3 goals or 4 goals to 2. Because today everything, and it is no wonder that Manuel Neuer got the man of the match at the age of 40 in the Champions League. This is impressive, right? This is very very impressive. And honestly, if I am a Real Madrid fan this evening, I wouldn't have been like sad, or should I say bothered. You should be bothered because you are down by a goal to 0, right? But today Real Madrid's performance was very very okay, right? You can't be angry at these players. Today they really gave their best, especially in the second half, right? It was just that Bayern was very very good. Speaking of Bayern, Upamecano. How did he miss that chance? Because I was like, that that was the very first big chance in this game. Somehow, somehow, Upamecano missed that chance. I was like, really? Or is Upamecano right now playing for Real Madrid, or he's just wearing a Bayern Munich shirt? It's like, come on, man. How did you miss How did you miss that chance? And after that, Bayern Munich kept creating chances after chances and after chances, and some way somehow they kept squandering all these chances before they got their first goal from Luis Diaz, and that was a very beautiful and timed pass from Serge Gnabry. Right, and that goal from a Hurricane was something else. It's like I I'm really rooting for this guy to be at Barcelona for at least a season next year. At least a season, because this guy is just something else, right? And his playmaking is out of this world for a striker of his caliber. And Vicente Company did very very well as well, because he's going to the Bernabeu, a Champions League night. And mind you, a Champions League night at Bernabeu, it's not like every other Champions League night in any other team, right? Or in any other stadium. At Bernabeu, everything is different, right? Yes, Arsenal went to get a win last season there, but Real Madrid were not this good at against Arsenal. Maybe it's down to history, yes. But today, if you didn't watch that game, you've missed a lot, right? The moment, and this moment also changed the game, right? When Alfonso Davies and Jamal Musiala came on, I thought they were going to do something better, right? They made an impact, but their impact wasn't enough in this game. They came in. I think even Jamal Musiala got a yellow card after he was subbed on. They were creating openings, or should I say they were creating chances, or some 2v1 situations or 3v2 situations. But when they get to the final third in the second half, they were just missing it, right? And the likes of Valverde played very very well. Ada Gule was okay today. Pavlovic, I almost forgot about this guy, Alexander Pavlovic of Bayern Munich. This guy is one of the most underrated central midfielders in Europe right now. If you've been watching Bayern, and I think I started watching this guy, is it from last season? Before his injury, I think. He's a very very good footballer, right? He's an amazing baller, that Pavlovic guy, right? But with all this being said, we are waiting for the next leg, right? The second leg at the Alliance Arena. Yes, Bayern Munich are having the upper hand, but this is the Champions League. We cannot just write off Real Madrid just like that, right? So with that, I think Real Madrid will try. That's my prediction. I think Real Madrid will try for the second leg, but I don't see them getting past Bayern Munich in any way, right? Even with an injured man or no, I don't see Real Madrid getting through. But if it backfires, I'll be here to take my L. But right now, Bayern Munich are definitely getting past Real Madrid, and hope the Barcelona fans, we saw how the Champions League night is being played, right, at the home grounds. So tomorrow, we want you to play like you did for that 3-0 win against Atleti earlier on this season, right? That's what we want. We want a total dominance. We don't want to concede a goal at our home, at the new camp, right? And I saw the likes of Diego Simeone trying to scare Hansi Flick, but bro, he's a German. Hansi Flick is a German, and you know how the German people are. You cannot scare a German. That's the fact, bro. You cannot scare a German. But let's head into the game tomorrow and let's see what happens. And Arsenal got a very, very, very late winner in their game against Sporting CP. Right? Arsenal are very, very lucky today. And this, with this being said, Arsenal needs to start playing better. Right? This is the time you should be playing better. Right? This is the time you should be playing your good football, or you should be getting results in any other way. It's not at the end of the season, or it's not at the business part of the season that you'll be starting to get some off games and some shambolic performances. Mikel Arteta and your boys, you need to step up and do very well, because you cannot bottle this league. Oh, you cannot bottle this league. Anyways, let's end it here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to your friends. Peace out.